Hi, Fashion Dolls. It is Fierce Female Friday, August 12th, and welcome to an all new episode of Style by Stevie. Our very special guest today is a screenwriter, and she is the owner of The Drip Entertainment. She is a producer, director, actress, and talk show host, just like myself. And we're here to get into some girl talk today with our beautiful, very special guest, Simoane Jones. She is the owner of The Drip Entertainment. Please make sure you guys go and follow her company. We're all about supporting black women owned businesses here on Style by Stevie. It is Fierce Female Friday, and we're about to get into some girl talk with our very beautiful guest today. Since it's two black women, and we're going to be giving our opinions on things in the industry that we've witnessed. So, fellas, do not take this personal. This is not a man bashing show if you're watching. Make sure you guys also share the live as you enter. Share the live and let everyone know that we are on. Let's get into this interview with our beautiful, amazing, talented special guest, Miss Simoane Jones, ladies and gentlemen. Let me add her. Hello, hello, and welcome to the dollhouse, my love.
Hi, how are you?
I am doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Oh my goodness, it is so nice to finally meet you. So before we get into this conversation, this girl talk,
Mhm.
how has 2022 been for you thus far? Because we know we've had some ups and downs with this pandemic and things. How has it been for you thus far?
So I'm not sure if you know or not, or if I told you, I actually moved from Virginia to Atlanta in 2021. So this year would make about a year and a few months that I've been here. So I'm still kind of, like adjusting to that and just everything. I mean, it's definitely been challenging, but who doesn't love a challenge?
Yes, in Atlanta, it's the Black Mecca. You can really get your business out there, get your feet pumping, because you have your own company as well, too, the Drip Entertainment, which we'll talk about in this interview. But I had to ask that. So you're not only just an actress, you are a screenwriter, you're a producer, you're a director, and you do what I do. Where you so you know where I'm coming from, girl. Where
Mhm.
talk show host. So tell us how the Drip Entertainment got founded. How did you come up with the name for it? Because I love the logo, everything is just amazing.
Yes. Oh, I have so much to talk about. So actually, I started a Drip Entertainment in Virginia in 2020. And it's really just because I've always had a passion for being in the film industry and screenwriting and, creating and things like that. So I started it and I produced a couple short films of my own with my company. Um, and I also had like artist showcase events. So it's not just film, it's also like just anything entertainment. So I had an artist showcase event and I featured like 10 different artists. They performed, and then we also I had a podcast in 2017 to 2019, I believe, that was called the Drip Podcast.
All right.
Um, so, I've done a YouTube talk show with other co-hosts called The Throne. And we're, like you said, we're actually going to start a new talk show, which is going to be coming soon. I'm super excited about that. But I have a lot of things that I'm working on right now currently.
All right, and it sounds amazing because it's so good to have other women in this field because back in the day, I mean, it was very few for women of color to get into daytime television. You had Queen Latifah, you had of course Monique had her
Yeah.
television show. Rolanda Watts,
Mhm.
Tempest Bloodsoul, Della Reese was the first black woman to have her syndicated talk show. For
Right.
those of you who don't know, so I mean, it's very few. Now you have the likes of Jennifer Hudson is getting
Mhm.
her talk show. Her show premieres September 12th, if you guys do not know. So that's next month. And Sherry Shepherd. So we're starting to see more and more women of color get
Right.
into dating. And my question for you is, what do you think about the change, the movement? Because everything is so male dominated, where it's like now for black women, we're standing up and we're saying 10 times higher, we're here, we exist as well too.
Right. And that just, that's with anything, honestly. It's sports or like entertainment, the film industry, um, daytime television. I mean, anything is just like, we can do it too. We're strong enough, we're creative enough, we're smart enough to do the exact same things that these successful men have accomplished as well. So, it's just like, I do want to see a lot more women empowerment. I feel like we really can do it. We can make it happen if we just continue to push that narrative and to just try to bring everybody together and just explain the importance of us staying together and coming together as one, because we can just accomplish so much if we all just come together. And it doesn't have to be a lot of hate. It doesn't have to be drama all the time. It doesn't have to be negativity. Let's just come together. We all can win together. And I believe in supporting I support everybody, honestly, because I've never been the type to feel like I want to be in competition with somebody. I want to do better than
Right.
them. Like, no, like, we all can win together. That goes for men and women. But yes, women, Black women especially, like, we just have to stick together. We can accomplish so much, and we
Mhm.
can really be way up there, if we just work together.
Absolutely. And the industry, it does that. It pits women against each other. Like, okay,
Right.
she's not better than me and she's better than me. We can all be, especially and you said you put music showcases together as
Mhm.
well for artists. So we know how the hip hop industry is. Oh, she's better than this rapper. This
Right.
rapper is better than this rapper. I'm just like, we're women in an industry and we're
Mhm.
both trying to do the same thing, succeed. So let's champion and root for the next woman and the next woman to
Exactly.
succeed.
Exactly. That's that's really all it is. Like you said, the music industry is really big on it because there's so many women feeling like, oh, I need to be the most dominant one in this industry right now. I'm
Yeah.
the best female and the best rapper, whatever. Like, can you give somebody else her flowers? Tell her that she's good. Tell her she's great. Like, go sis. Like, keep it up. Do it. Like, it's just, but like you said, just in that industry, they're taught to beef and to try
Yeah.
to compete against the next, or they want to have like um like those the songs, the battle songs or whatever, you
Like a
know
rivalry
the
type.
disc
Yeah.
the disc records and stuff like it, I don't.
Now, let me put this in here, fellas. Don't get upset. Don't get in your feelings, because I know some of y'all are watching and be like, "Well, damn, why she had to go there?" I have to. When men do it in the industry, when they go toe to toe with each other, it's
Mhm.
it's a battle rap. But when women go against each other, it's the cattiness, and they sit back and entertain it. And it's just
Right.
like, why can't the next woman celebrate the next woman? Like, Meg is not better than Cardi. I mean, they're both amazing
Right.
female rappers. And I
Hmm.
hate when the industry pits women against each other. And national daytime is completely different, because I mean, you have shows like The View. You had The Real was just
Yeah.
ended not too long ago after 8 seasons.
Right.
And these ladies, I've seen them at award shows, and they will be championing each other on, rooting for each other, even if they
Exactly.
didn't win that award. So I'm just like, in daytime television, that's not really heard of. But in the music industry, yes, it's rivalry for
Right.
women in that industry, especially women of color, because
Right.
it's just like, even in the fashion world, and you guys know I'm a fashion girl, you can tell
Hmm.
from my Instagram here. Um, Back in the day, models, and I'm gonna go to two of the biggest black top models. It
Hmm.
was Naomi Campbell and
Right.
Tyra Banks.
Yep.
There can only be one black top model in the fashion world, and this is
Hmm.
back in the day in the late '90s,
Right.
when it was the bloom of the era of the supermodel, where
Hmm.
it could only be one black girl at the top, and Naomi was that girl. So you had Iman, you had Tyra, you had so many others to follow in those footsteps to go along. Even
Hmm.
though Iman was out, yeah, way before, no, no, yeah, Iman was out before Naomi.
Hmm.
So that's how it went. Yeah, because Iman started in the '80s and Naomi came about in the '90s.
Right.
So for women of color in this industry, in this business, It's like a divide. It can only be one black girl at the time.
Exactly. That and that's it's really sad, honestly. It's disgusting. It's just we can make so many changes with this generation. We have so much power now. We have our
Yeah,
voices are able to be heard now. We have black women that's in power right now. They're at a high level. Like so many of us, it's just different now. Like we can change the whole entire narrative.
absolutely. And speaking of being in power, there are some men that are not used to it. So here's where it ties in, because this is girl talk. So if
Hmm.
you guys, again, if you guys are watching, again, we're not man bashing here. We're speaking from our
Right.
experience as black women. So we know that in the industry, when a woman is vocal, we get called certain things. And I
Hmm.
had this conversation with Tamika Wiley. If you guys have seen my interview with her a few weeks back, we talked about when women speak up or we're vocal in
Hmm.
the industry. Simone, you already know where I'm going with this.
Hmm.
Um, they call us difficult. They call us
Yeah.
the ABW, and we all know what that means. So what are your thoughts on that? Because for me, I mean, for me standing up and fighting for myself, if nobody else is going to do it, if you label me as angry, I'll gladly take that. If me being vocal and standing up for myself is me being angry, because they've done it in the industry to so many women. And Monique made this point, and I know you ladies have heard this before. Monique said, it's sad that when a black woman passes on, her story is told when she's passed on. It's not told while she's here and she's still living. And she
Right.
went on to name a few women like actresses, because you're also an actress as well too, and you understand that point as an actress. She named Eartha Kitt. She
Hmm.
named we just recently lost her not too long ago. I think it was the Chanel Nichols. She
Hmm.
named Nina Simone. She went on to name so many women who have spoken up and who were vocal about their treatment of a toxic work environment or whatever it was. When
Right.
black women speak out, we're silenced, we're
Right.
muted, it's disregarded, and we're gaslit. So what are your thoughts on the ABW, the angry black woman narrative?
Yeah, I totally disagree, and it is sad that that narrative has been pushed so hard that even a lot of men, they automatically assume that so many of us are just angry and aggressive and mean. It's just like that's what they automatically say about you without even really knowing who you are. They just, and that's not fair because like you said, if I'm mistreated or if I feel some type of way about any type of job that I'm doing, or if it's any type of, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna speak up. You know what I'm saying? Because I have the right to do that as a black woman and as a human being. Like, and I wouldn't even come off in a negative, aggressive way. It's just I'm saying something. I'm gonna say something about it. I'm gonna say how I feel. I'm gonna speak up because I do have a voice and nobody is going to corner me or make me feel like I can't say anything. I can't defend myself. I can't speak for myself. It's hard out here in the world, and we all have to stay strong. We have to be able to speak up for ourselves and, just let people know how you're not going to treat me. You're not going to treat me that way. You're not going to talk to me that way. You're not going to disrespect me, especially if I'm coming to you respectfully. I expect the same thing in return. So the fact that black women, we know how to defend ourselves, we know how to stand up for ourselves, they automatically label us as an angry black woman or aggressive or anything like
Or
that,
she's
even if we're
difficult
not
to
being
work with.
aggressive.
They say she's difficult to work with, and Selena Johnson also made that point as well too. As a singer, because again, you've worked with a lot of musical artists. Selena Johnson said that she said one of the female artists that she was on tour with,
Hmm.
because another thing they try to get female artists to do is come on during the headliner. When the headliner is typically male 9 times out of 10,
Hmm.
women performers sometimes have to make themselves late. Like, no, this is not what this is not what's in the agreement. This was not in the contract. So it's different things like that they try to do
Hmm.
to upset us and make it seem
That's
like,
what
oh, she's
happened
difficult
to
to work.
Monique.
Exactly.
Right. And she just spoke up about it, I don't blame her for speaking up on how she was treated or how she felt because that's her feelings. Like, why does she have to be silenced? Why she's not allowed to say anything or say how she feels. Like, we don't know what's going on. She's just letting us know, like, what happened.
Another issue that upsets me, and I know it angers you as well too, for both of us as Black women and a lot of women of color that are watching this right now, the gender pay gap. We know that women make 82 cents to every dollar a man makes. How
Mm-hmm.
does that make you feel? Because I have been screaming to the top of my lungs, scratching, clawing, trying to get people to talk about this issue. And it's just like, no, we don't want to talk about it. You have to talk about it because how is it? Because I have a male co host. I have Johnny's my male co host. You guys have seen the flyer and everything. I have two male co hosts.
Mm-hmm.
And how is it that my male co hosts that do things outside of Style by Stevie, that maneuver and do the show with me, they make a lot more. Men in general make a whole lot more. And
Mm-hmm.
women, we only get 82 cents per dollar every cent that a man makes. And
Right.
that's true. So what are your thoughts on the gender pay gap? Because that is definitely an issue that women have been speaking up for the longest.
Listen, child. One thing about it, I'm gonna get paid for what I'm worth. I don't care. Now, I will fight. I will do whatever I have to do to make sure that I get what I'm supposed to get. Because, that's not fair. Why? Why? How? How can a man make more than a woman? Like, first of all, a lot of these jobs that men have, some women have those same jobs. So I don't understand that. And even in this industry or the film industry, the music industry, whatever industry, it doesn't matter. Like, we're doing the same thing. So why am I not getting paid the same as you? Actually, I'm probably doing more than you. I'm probably working harder than you. Like, I'm going I'm going crazy with my work ethic. You know what I'm saying? I deserve to be paid what I'm putting the work in for. So, if I ever felt like I wasn't getting paid enough or someone else, another man is getting paid more than me, I'm gonna say something. Like, why am I not making what he's making? What is he doing different than me? I don't play about that at all. Like, I will, yeah.
And it's not only that, but it's drenched in misogyny because we live in a patriarchal society. For Black women, it would be called misogyny war or the age of the womanism. Women that are non-Black have shout outs to Conscious TV and Reckless Logic. They've coined the term womanism because we're Black women, so it's womanism. Whereas if you're Gloria Steinem was during the feminist movement, that's for women who are non-Black. So
Hmm.
it's an age where Black women are starting to stand up and say, okay, we're no longer going to be silenced. This is it. We're here to take what is rightfully ours. And speaking of what's taking what's rightfully ours, Viola Davis spoke out about that issue. She said, how come Meryl Streep is making more than me? Our non-Black female counterparts
Mm.
are making millions and billions of dollars, whereas Black women, we have to work twice times as hard to get
Yeah,
that same amount. So
yeah.
she said this was her quote, Viola Davis. She said, if you think I'm the Black Meryl Streep, pay me like that.
Hmm.
Pay me like
Period. I mean, period. And and I'm not even trying to be funny, but those actresses and actors on that level, that
that.
Viola Davis is a beast, okay? And she can act better than some of those women. We're not gonna say those women that are getting paid more than her. She can outact them any day. So, like you said, why is she having to work extra, extra, extra hard, or just just to get the same amount of money that she's getting. Why? I don't understand that, but that is what we're trying to change. That is the narrative I want to change anyway. I want to become I want to be on a level to where I am able to make that type of change and make those type of decisions myself as a boss, as a CEO. I'm able to pay people what they're supposed to be paid, especially women and people of color. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, a lot of us in this generation, we have the power to get to that level to be able to do those things. Like we can create our own wealth, our own money, and we can pay the people that's working for us, but we can pay them what they're supposed to be paid. We can pay them fair pay, or even more than what they're supposed to get. I will pay them more if I can, because that's just what I want to do. That's what they deserve. If you're that good and you deserve this, that's and I love what Tyler Perry did for Cicely Tyson. I know you
Oh
saw that
yeah,
story
I
going
seen that
around.
story, girl. Hmm.
Just because I'm sure Cicely Tyson, she was around a long time. She was
Yeah,
acting for a long time. So I'm sure back in those older days, she probably wasn't making what she was supposed to make. And the fact that she is so talented and she's given us so much, the fact that Tyler Perry, he was even in that position to be able to pay her $1 million for one shoot day, just because that's what she was worth to him. Like, you don't even have a lot of lines, you're just shooting one day, but you're still going to get this $1 million because that's what you're worth. That's what I want to do for people. That's my goal. I want to be able to do that for people one day.
and you will, because your company is taking off super duper fast. Like I just followed the page and everything, and I'm seeing everything. I'm like, why isn't she on a level of a Issa Rae or who's Regina King? Of course, is a producer and
Well,
director. Of course, we've seen so many women of color now
mhm,
stepping from in front of the lens, like of course Tracy Ellis Ross,
yeah.
Regina King, and so many others. Issa Rae, of course, and Lena Waithe. Like the list goes on and on
Oh,
of
yeah.
black female directors
Oh,
out here.
yeah, yeah. Oh,
So the
let me,
competition is fierce. Go ahead.
yeah, I want to touch on that. So, actually, um, like I said, I started that company in 2020 and I did a couple things with it. But since moving to Atlanta, I
Yeah.
kind of I became a part of another team, another company. But I'm not saying that I won't ever have my company's name on anything, or I won't ever, dedicate time to that, because it's still mine. But, what I'm doing right now, just slowly but surely, like just getting my foot in so many doors. And, once I get to a place where I'm like, okay, I have this, I have this, I have this. I'm about to do this, and my company's name is going to be on it. So I definitely aspire to be on the level of like the people you just named, like
Yeah.
Issa Rae and Taraji P Henson and Tracy
Yeah.
Ellis Ross, Ava DuVernay. All of those people are super inspiring to me, because that's a level that I want to be on. But I want to be able to actually help people and change lives when I get to that level, because
Come on.
I know how hard it is. It's definitely challenging, but I know, like, I'll get there one day for sure.
Definitely. And I remember I did an interview with actress Cinda Williams. She's worked alongside Holly Berry.
Hmm.
She did the Dorothy Dandridge story. And I asked her the same question about the gender pay gap and why do you think it's not a whole, I mean, back then it wasn't really a whole lot of female producers. I mean, you had a few
Yeah.
like Gina Prince, you had Yvette Nicole Browser. She did this
Hmm.
show Living Single and
Yeah.
so many others. And Suzanne D. Casey, she did Sister Sister. Like it was very scarce. for women of color
Yeah.
producers at that time. Again, the 90s. I
Mhm.
mean, it was before technology even came into place. You know, we had Twitter and Instagram and all of these things. It's a new day and age. Do you see the shift that is happening for Black women in
Yeah.
2020?
Yes, yes, for sure. And it's that's what's making me like super excited, just to see them doing it is just like I can do that too. Like and it's so many more of them right now, which makes me even more hopeful because like you said, years ago it wasn't like that. But now it's so many of them that's just like in that position. It just makes other young Black women like myself just see like I can do this. I can do this too. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I said, it's super inspiring for me. Um, I, all I can do is just I'm a very humble person. I'm very appreciative. I give credit when it's due. I applaud people when they should be applauded. I kind of I just trust the process. That's the type of person I am. I feel like everything happens for a reason, and everybody has a path, and nobody can take away that path from you. Whatever is meant for you is meant for you, and it will
Right.
happen for you regardless of who tries to stop that path, who tries to get in the way, who tries to talk down on you or tries to be negative. It doesn't matter. Your path is your path, and what's going to happen is going to happen because it's already there. It's already written. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I keep my mindset is so positive and humble. I just know that something good is going to happen for me because I'm genuinely a good person. Like my energy is good. I genuinely care for people. I want to see people winning, and I know that that's definitely going to help lead me to success because you can't get things in life if you don't help someone else. That's what people don't understand. That's in the Bible. You can't get anything in life if you don't help someone. You have to help someone else. And I'm all about helping people. I love to help people in any way that I can. You know what I'm saying? So I can imagine once I get to that level, it's probably gonna be like they're probably gonna be like, hey, you gotta calm down. You can't help all these people, and they're gonna be coming after you and this and this and that. But it's just like I just want to help everybody. I don't know.
And Bill Feasy says that your work is dope.
Who? Oh,
Bill
oh, Bill.
Feasy?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm Bill. And Bill is actually casted in the series that I'm helping to produce and write right now. It's gonna be super dope. Bill is casted in the series. I actually, when I started my company, I kind of was just starting out. I really didn't know much, honestly, because like I said, I'm from Virginia, and there's not a lot going on out there as far as film industry. So
Yeah.
I kind of just was like, I always like to write. I would write short stories. I would just write, and I'm just like, I want to write movies. I want to write films and shows. And I just basically taught myself how to screenwrite. And then I wrote a couple short films and I shot them. Not good short films at all, but I did it, because it was my first time. So, I did it. And then I was like, okay, this is an entertainment company. I want to do something with artists. I want to do something with music. Let me have a showcase. I had 10 artists perform. People came out. We sold tickets. That was a go. And I just want to do a whole lot more with that. But I know, like, once I get in a place that I want to be in, that I feel comfortable, where I really can take that off on its
Yeah.
own, I'm definitely going to do that. Trust me. But I still have a ways to go.
So for you, how is that transition? Because you said you moved to Atlanta, which is the Black Mecca. It's a lot of producers
The
out
Black
there.
Hollywood for sure.
Yes, if you're looking to get into the music industry, if you're looking to get into acting, especially for us girls, we Black women, we love our hair.
Uh-huh.
So the hair industry up there, the beauty industry, all of that, and so much more is in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So how does it feel to transition from Virginia to Atlanta?
Ooh. It was definitely a struggle, but you know what? Um, I I felt like it was time because I was my grandma passed November of 2020, and
Sorry.
she was everything to my whole family, literally. So, and it actually happened unexpected. So, I kind of was just, I've been wanted to come to Atlanta, but I was kind of holding on to something. I didn't know what. And it was my grandma. And something just kept telling me, just wait, don't move yet.
Mm.
And literally that year, I kept thinking, like, I want to move, I want to go, I want to go. And something was like, just wait, just wait. And she passed November of 2020. And after that, it was super hard for us. But after that, I felt like that was my confirmation to go because that's really what I was holding on. Like, all of my family is in Virginia. Yes, I love my family to death. I'm super close with my family. I have my mom and my dad. They've been married for 22 years. And I have my siblings there, my nieces, nephews, cousins, uncles, everything. Everybody's there, and I love my family to death. But it was my grandmother who was kind of where I was hesitating on leaving. It was her because and so when she passed, it just seemed like, okay, it's time to go. And I left, and it was really hard for me because, like I said, I'm really close with my family. I have a big family, and you know, and I was just like, but I have to do it. Like, something is telling me just do it. Like, you have to go, because what I want to do is not enough of that here in Virginia. So I have to go somewhere where I know that it is a lot of what I want to do there, which was Atlanta. And this is the Black Hollywood. And I was just like, Atlanta equals film, everything, entertainment, everything. And I was like, it's just perfect. So it was definitely hard adjusting. I do have two children. I have a 7-year-old. She'll be 8 next month. And I have a
Mhm.
3-year-old son. So, it's just like, I'm on a mission. I watched my entire family struggle my whole life. And when I say struggle, I mean struggle. So I'm on a mission. I have a lot of things that I want to do. I know I want to be wealthy so that I can build generational wealth for my children and
Yeah.
also just retire my parents. I don't want them to have to work no more. I want them to see another life outside of that. Virginia is all they know. Like, what house do you want, mom? What car do you want? What business do you want to start? Because they do want to start businesses, and they're talented. So it's just like, I just want to be able to do that for them, and that's what I'm really chasing. When I say I'm on a mission, I'm on a mission, and it wasn't the easiest, but it's working out. It's working out in my favor. Like I said, I'm patient. I'm humble. I'm appreciative. What's for me is for me. Okay.
And it's coming, girl. It's coming. It's manifestation,
Yes.
100%. You say you're a mom. So let's talk motherhood. How do you find that balance? Because I know for us as women in this industry, it's that balance of having to balance our family life and then being on the road and separated away from children. And I was watching, Candy Burrs,
Uh-huh.
one of the episodes of The Real Housewives of Atlanta,
Yes.
and
I
she was
watched that.
off doing a convention for her I think was her one of her restaurants,
Yeah.
and she literally FaceTime her husband Todd and their son,
Mhm.
the son Blake, Ace,
Yeah.
baby Ace, and he was like, when are you coming back? And to see him cry, and I'm going with this motherhood, being separated away from the children. How do you find that balance with being separated away from the babies? Because I know it's got to be hard, and it's like, man, I feel bad. So
Well, that's one reason I didn't leave them there.
yeah,
They're my babies. They're coming with me, period. I gotta have my kids with me. But I think right now it's okay. Like, everything is balancing this stuff out. My daughter's in school, my son is in daycare, and everything works itself out. Um, But I do think once we do start getting a little more serious with everything that we're doing, which we're going to be super busy And I know with the show, the series, we probably have like press tours and meet and greets with the cast, and we'll be all over the place. Um, and something came up when it was like I may have to go to New York for something. So I was just like, dang, okay. that's that's when I really start thinking about it, like, huh. But if it gets to that point where I'm like that busy, I'll probably just have to consider homeschool, which is what a lot of people in the industry do, because
Yeah.
it's just hard, and I don't think my daughter would be mad at that, honestly, because sometimes she just be like, I do not want to go to school. I don't feel like going to school. And my mom always says how she wants to homeschool her grandchildren. She doesn't want them in school, and they may get sick. They're going to get this and that, and I just
Yeah.
don't want them in school. I agree with her, honestly, but if it came down to it and that was an option that I had to go with, I would do that. Just gotta do what you gotta do at the end of the day. But I wouldn't change anything about it. Like I said, I gotta have my babies with me. So
Right. And it's all about them. Hi, Ruff. Welcome if you're just joining in to the Dollhouse. We are here with the lovely Simone Jones, and we're just having some girl talk, carrying on for hours or chopping the breeze. As shout outs to JL Allison would say, she says that.
hey
Um,
everybody.
Motherhood. We talk motherhood, finding that balance with family life. Because I know it's been difficult for a lot of people with this pandemic. That it's affected everybody. Being
Yeah.
separated away from your family, and I'm an affectionate person. I love to hug and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, oh man, I can't do what I used to do when this thing hit. And my
Yeah.
mom and me were having a
Stuff. Yeah.
conversation. So my mom was saying we never expected this to even come about
Oh,
and how it hit all of us, especially for you as a producer, as an actor. For those of you who were in New York, it's affected a lot of people up there that have done Broadway and things like that. Like
yes.
they had to close down and shut down a lot of shows because of
Right.
this thing.
Oh, that was the worst. It was kind of like honestly, it was like a curse, but it was a blessing at the same time.
Mm,
And I only
yeah.
say that because with all the stimulus money that everybody was able to get, it helped a lot of people out, especially people around me. I mean, people that were struggling really bad, and just them being able to sit in the house and work from home and also get stimulus checks and get unemployment and this and that. Honestly, it really helped a lot of people out financially. That's what I will say. That's why I say it's a little blessing, but it was a major curse because it was something that we never saw coming. Like, what? A COVID-19? Like, we have to quarantine and wear masks everywhere? That was like the weirdest, craziest time for me. Like, it was unbelievable. Like, I was just like, oh my God, this is our world. Like, and I was thinking in my head, like, going forward, our world, this is our reality. We have to wear masks the rest of our lives. And I was just like, wow. And like you said, when you say all these productions have to shut down and plays and movies have to be postponed, businesses had to shut down. It was crazy, crazy. Now here we are, they're talking about this monkeypox stuff. Honestly, I'm terrified because I see
Me
how
too.
it looks. It's disgusting, and I don't want it. Please keep it away from me. I don't want to have nasty bumps all on my face. I don't want it on my body. I see kids catching it. My daughter is 7. I saw an 8-year-old video. I was just
Um,
like, I'm going crazy, because I don't want that to come to my family. I'm just tired of all this sickness. Ugh.
and it's a lot. If it's not one thing, it's
It's
another. You turn on the news
right,
and it's something else every single day. So I'm just like, Lord, what now?
right. It's
Always something.
it's too much. It's too much. Like, what is the world coming to? That's what I want to know. Because after monkeypox, it's going to be something else. Like, what is it? What's going on? You know?
And then you have to ask yourself these questions like, how can people? How what are we supposed to do now? Like we're doing what we're supposed to do, but what is the next step? So we're sitting here and we're watching this unfold. And it's just like, my goodness, if it ain't one thing, it's another. It's like, Lord, how much more are you going to put on us? But he says he wouldn't put more on us than we can
Then we
bear.
can
So,
bear, right? But it's scary,
hmm
especially, me and my team, we're working on a few things right now, and I would just hate if something like that just, or even if this monkeypox stuff just got way worse, and they're like, oh, you all got to quarantine again. It's just like, what? Like, we're trying to do stuff. We're trying to work. We're trying to get to work. We're trying to stay busy. We got stuff to do. So what is going on?
exactly, 100%. And it's all about finding that balance. And for those of you watching, please make sure that y'all are staying safe out here, doing what you need to do. And we're in the summer months. So that's what makes it even more worse. To me, this was the hottest summer ever that I
Mm-hmm.
could ever imagine. This was the hottest summer. And I'm like, temperatures you would never even think of.
Really?
Like,
I thought it rained a
crazy.
whole lot. I thought it rained too much. Where do you live at?
I'm in the Carolinas, so I'm a Southern girl. I'm in South Carolina.
Okay,
Hmm
so here for some reason, I don't know what it is. I just felt like it's been raining so much. Like literally it'll be like
Yeah.
4 or 5 days out the week is raining. I'm like, you are ruining my summer. Like, what is going on? And like you said, it's gonna get worse in like the fall and winter because cold weather makes people get sicker. So it's just
Yeah.
like, when the sun is out, you get your vitamin D and you can kind of fight off certain illnesses. It really actually works. Summertime when the sun is out, it really helps people to not get sick. It's a real
Yeah.
thing, the vitamin D, whatever. But winter, when it gets cold, that's flu season. Everybody's sick, everybody's cold. So we don't know what's gonna happen with this COVID stuff. We don't know. We don't know what's gonna happen, honestly, and I'm nervous about that.
Y'all, please make sure y'all are staying safe out here. It is not a game. It is not a joke for those of you that are watching. So, the actress side of it, what is it like for you being on set as an actress? What's running through your mind? Because I've interviewed so many people. I can go down the list here. And when they tell me they're on set, it's just that feeling of like, wow, this is unreal to me. When
Uh-huh.
you're on set and you're getting into character, what is that feeling like for you as an
So I haven't really had the opportunity to be on a major set yet, like a Hollywood set, but I know I will one day, or I might have
actress?
my own, never know. But I have been on other smaller sets, smaller production sets, and it's fun to me. Like, I love it. I love just being able to portray a character and just bring that character to life. It's fun to me. I enjoy it. I enjoy challenging myself too because, I still have a lot to learn on the acting side as well. Like, I'm not the best actress ever, but I think I'm okay. I'm pretty decent. So, and a lot of people always say, "Oh, you're a good actress." And to me, because it's me, I'm gonna be a little harder on myself, and I'm my biggest critic. So I'm like, you think so? Like, I'm all right, I'm okay, but I'm not where I want to be. I want to be on like you said, I want to be on the Issa Rae and the Taraji and all of that. I
Yeah.
want to be on that level. That's what I'm aiming for, But I'll get there.
And it's coming, girl. You just got to manifest it 100%. And I'm all about manifesting. Whatever you
Oh,
put
me too.
out in the
Yes.
universe, it's going to come full circle. I interviewed one actor on my show, and he said, Miss Stevie, I'm doing something with a rap group. He dropped a hint, and this was back in 2021. Shout outs to Donnell E. Smith. That was the actor I interviewed.
Uh-huh.
Next thing you know, I look on Netflix, the commercial pops up. It's for Wu Tang. So he said he was doing something, and it was the story of the hip hop group Wu Tang.
Hmm.
I said, well, tell the truth and shame the devil. And it took me by surprise. I said, he told me he was doing something. So to see
Uh-huh.
him in the trailer as one of the members of this iconic hip hop group,
Right.
it's crazy. So he manifested it. And it
Oh,
happened. Hey, Angela.
listen. Hi. Oh, thank you. Oh, yes, baby. Now listen, I'm a very spiritual person, and like I said, I always feel like everything happens for a reason. And I feel like you said, you can manifest what you want, put it out into the
Mm.
universe, and write it down, or if you write it down, say it every day. Like say say it, speak it, and it's gonna happen. If you believe, you have to believe that it's gonna happen. That's the only way that it will happen. And even if it takes a long time, it's like it will happen. You just have to have patience, baby. That's all. That's it. It's gonna happen. If it's meant to happen for you, if it's for you and it's already written down for you in your plan, in your path, it's gonna happen. And I always try to tell people, because I have experience, I've learned a lot of lessons since being here. So,
Mm.
I always tell people, like, if it's something that you want really bad, and I mean really bad, you're like, oh, I want this,
Yeah.
and you feel like it's supposed to happen for you, and then that door shuts on you. Don't beat yourself up. Don't get mad. Don't get sad. Don't think it's the end of the world, because every time a door closes, it means that wasn't for
A
you.
new
And that's
beginning.
all it is.
Mhm.
It was either a blessing. It's going to be a blessing or a lesson. If the door closes on you, please understand that another door is going to open right after that, if it's meant for you. Okay? Don't think it's the end of the world. Oh, I didn't get this. I didn't get this job, or I didn't get this gig, or I didn't book this, or I'm devastated. I don't know what I'm gonna do. No, baby, that wasn't for you. That next door that is for you, which is gonna be the biggest one of your biggest blessings ever, that one is gonna open right after that. Is why I try to
Mm.
tell people, even though it may be hard to just, kind of just let it go, you have to, because I'm telling you, if you have faith and you're humble and you're appreciative, and you just believe, and you're a good person, you're generous, you're going to get everything that you desire. Trust me.
And I agree with what Angela just said. By the way, Angela is going to be on the panel with me and Ro and Rike, fashionistas. We're going
Okay.
to be doing Girl Let's Talk for Black women. And you are more than welcome to come join the panel too, Simone, if you would like.
Hmm.
We're just talking about Black women's issues, women that we go through as women of
Hmm.
color. And she says, what do you think was the toughest lesson in staying on course? And before we jump to that question, I'm going to add something back to that. The power of no. I was watching something on, what was it, TED Talks, and the guy was talking about a pharmaceutical company, going in and talking about advertising a product.
Oh, my best
And the
friend
company
is in
said,
here.
"Yeah, what now?
My best friend.
Welcome,
Poison sauce.
welcome.
Her name is Tia. She's like, we do everything together. Everything I'm working on, she's a part of it.
Well, welcome to the dollhouse, Tia. Welcome, welcome. We're just having some girl talk here. Um, And I was saying, watching TED Talks, this guy was talking about a pharmaceutical company.
Hmm.
And the company told him, no, your product is not what we're looking for right now.
Mm.
And he took it as, well, maybe I need to go work on something. And the company said, no, no, not right now. So there's two different no's. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
There's the power of no, and no, as in no, 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 no. And then there's the power of no, not right now. Go
Hmm.
back and reflect it a little bit more.
Right.
So there is power of no. When one door closes and someone tells you no,
Hmm.
you move on and you go to the opportunity that is being out there. And I
That's.
love the quote Madam C.J. Walker as well too. Opportunities are not made, so you get up and you go out there and you take those opportunities,
Hmm.
whatever's out there for you. So yes, the power of no. But that question was for you. What do you think was your toughest lesson in the staying on course?
Like staying on course with life.
Yes, with your acting, your passions, and so much more.
Um, I think that well, for one is everybody. everybody is not going to understand your vision, your goal, and it's not meant for them to. You know, everybody's not gonna support you the way that you support them. And you
Mm-hmm.
can't always put your everything into someone so quick because I mean they'll just like throw it in your face. And I'm a very loving, caring, genuine person, and I literally have to try to teach myself to be to not be so, I don't want to say not be so caring or not be so generous because I can't really help that. But I just have to be cautious. I have to be aware and I have to not put my trust in people so fast. That's what I had to learn being here because Atlanta is way different than Virginia. I mean, these people here can be very cutthroat and, you know, they'll tell you like, oh, yeah, you're not good enough or you're not this, you're not that, or you're not doing it this way, or yeah, you need to be better, or this person is better. You know, you're going to get a lot of that. Like, people are going to, they can't wait to tell you about yourself and tell you how good or bad you are.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of, it's not a lot of uplifting here. And I had to learn that. So it's pretty much like, you just have to get out here and just try to get it on your own. You know, you just have to push. You have to meet people. You have to network. You have to figure out who is really for you. And that's what I had to do because, you know, I don't know. I really just learned like that you just can't trust people too easily because that's the type of person that I was, and I'll end up getting hurt because I genuinely care for people, and it's like, oh, I don't care for you like that, you know, like you're okay, but me, it's just like, oh, I really care for you, like, oh, I love you, you know,
Right.
and it's just like that's just who I am, and I don't want to turn into a nasty, mean, evil person all because these other people are that way. No, this is how I was made. God blessed me with being able to have this gift to where I can be a generous person for other people and to help people and to show kindness because it's not a lot of that in the world. And I'm going to keep being that person. But what I had to do was just really just get myself up, get back out here and figure out what is it for me? Like what is my path? Who am I gonna meet? Like who is really gonna who is really for me? Who wants to really genuinely help me?
And
Or
yourself
you
all these
know,
questions.
it's
Yeah.
hard, but it's working out because like I said, it just takes me back to like I said, if a door closes on you, if you feel like you're shut down, just keep going because what's meant is gonna come right after that, you know. And that's really just what's happening with me right now. A lot of doors are opening for me. I'm just humble. I'm grateful. I'm appreciative of what's going on right now, and I'm just being patient. That's really all it is.
Absolutely. And I agree with what Rel, he just said, Rel, the dancer backup, he says, no one is going to help you. You have to help yourself too. If
I
they're
had
telling
to learn
you you
that.
aren't good enough in the movie industry, then you have to learn more skills.
Yeah, I had to learn that. I had to learn that, and that's really the main thing. Like it's with that, it could be like because you may run into somebody who will make you feel like you're not good enough yet.
Mm,
Then you may run into somebody that's like, you know, I like your drive, I like your hunger, I like your work ethic. That's what I want. I don't care about the skills that's on paper. I see that you're ready to work and I can use you in some type of way. You have people like that. So it's just like you just got to pick and choose the route that you want to go, what you think is best for you, you know, and you're never going to stop learning. If you're in this industry, you're going to be learning every day. You're going to build your skills naturally by just being out here, meeting people, being on sets or, you know, being at events, whatever. You're going to learn a lot just being there at that time and at that place. It's not so much about, oh, you need to have this amount of classes. You need to go do this. You need to do that. That
mhm.
doesn't define who you are. It doesn't make you be a good writer or producer or director or whatever. It can help, but it's not gonna make that, because there are other screenwriters, directors, producers out there that are really successful right now, huge, and never went to college, never really took any major classes. It's just their gift. They're good at it, and they learned as they went. So,
And let me read one more comment from Rel. But hard work beats anything. Make the people want to work with you by your hard work. That ethic, when they see that consistency, that passion, that drive, they will definitely want to continue to work with you. They will see your work and they'll be like, "Ooh, where can we find her at?" And they'll go through a friend or friend. You never know, because the industry calls.
exactly. That is what I'm saying. And one thing about me, baby, I'm always gonna be working. I've been doing this, honey. I've been on my entrepreneur stuff. I've been a boss back in Virginia. I had, my own shows. I started my films. I started writing. I'm doing showcases. I had a blog at one point. Like, I was doing so many things. I had an online jewelry store, like, that was really successful. Some of my bracelets went viral and everything. Like, I've had my hand in a few things. Like, it's just, one thing about it, no matter what anybody says to me, even if they tear me down, if they say bad stuff about me, I'm going to get up and I'm going to keep working, because that's who I am. I'm going to keep chasing my dream and my goals and what I know that I'm passionate about. That's what I'm going to do. And that is going to get me to where I want to be, because like you said, somebody meets me and they see, oh, this girl has drive. Like, she's professional. She's on time. She's reliable. She's committed. She's ready to work. She's showing up. She's doing this. She's doing that. She's returning calls. She's returning text messages promptly. She's returning emails. I like her. I want to work with her. I see something in her. That's all it is. It only takes one person to change your entire career. One person. If that one person comes to you and they like you and they are intrigued about everything that you're doing, and you never know what that person can do for you. It could take that one time, that one person, to completely change your life and change your career. That's what I tell people all the time. Be humble. You never know who you're going to meet. Don't ever think that somebody is beneath you. Oh, they're not good enough. They're not this and that. You don't know who that person is. You don't know who they know. You don't know what connections they have. You never know what they want to do for you. All I'm saying is, be kind to people. Show love, show kindness. We need more of that.
Goes a long way. And
See?
I agree 100%, because I've talked to some actors, and some actors will say, if you want to have longevity in this business, you need to remain humble. Never lose sight of who you are and stay true to who you are. Originality is key in this business.
Yes.
Because that person has their personality, this person has their personality, and you have your personality. So they know your name, and this person knows your name, and then they know their name. That's how it should work. So
Right.
originality is key if you want to have longevity in this business, especially in the acting.
Yes, and it is really about building relationships too. I hear that a lot. Find your team right now. Find your tribe. Find the people that are hungry, the people that want to work, the people that are in the same predicament as you. They have the same goals, the same passion, but they don't know where to start. Nobody's giving them a chance to do anything. You build a team with those people that are going to stay solid, those people that are ready to work, and they're showing you those qualities in them. Build your team, because you just never know where you all will end up. You will never know how big your team is going to get, just from all of you all remaining loyal and consistent and just together. Like, you just never know. And I'm the type, when I say I'm humble, I never feel like I'm better than anybody at anything. Like, I don't go around saying, oh, I'm the best this, I'm the best that, I'm the best this. No, because I know I'm not. But I am who I am. Me as a person, my personality and my drive and my energy, that's me. That's what attracts people to me, because I'm hardworking, but I also have a good energy. I have I'm a good person. I have a kind heart. And that's what people see about me. But I never go around saying, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. No.
Better than
Because
everybody. I cannot stand people like that.
listen, listen, and the amount of time that you got, whatever that blessing was, it can be taken away from you not being humble. So you always
Yeah.
remain humble because you run around, oh, her car is trash. I got the best car. My car is this and that. Or her house is small. Her house is this. Baby, that house can be taken away from you. That car can be taken away
Yeah.
from you. All because you're not humble.
So humble yourself along the way. Just as fast as you gain all of the success, all of these things, you can lose it in an instant. And my mom told me that as well too. My mom told me that getting into this business, wanting to host a talk show, she said, never lose sight of who you are,
Hmm.
remain humble, stay true, stay original. Originality is key. And you love to talk to people. So be yourself.
Yeah.
That will take you a long,
A
long way.
long way. And I would never try to change who I am for anybody. Because if you're not going to take me as I am or for who I am, you're just not meant to be in my presence. You're not meant to be around me. You can go somewhere else. Like the people that really appreciate who I am will come to me. I don't have to change who I am. And that's what I like. Um, back a few, years ago, so many women had to change who they were, especially in this industry, like actors and actresses. Oh, you need to look this way. You need to look that way. Your hair needs to always be straight, but I like my hair curly. No, and we don't want you to wear braids. You need to do this. I think it's so much more like freedom when it comes to those type of things now. I see a lot of natural styles and commercials. I see
Yeah.
braids and films. I see it all and I love it. Women are finally being able to be themselves
Yes.
in this industry as far as looks is concerned, but I'm just going to say, like I'm never going to change who I am. I don't care.
And that's another thing. Texturism is a thing in this business when it comes to hair. For us as Black women, like we're versatile. One day I might have, yesterday I had like a honey blonde colored hair. Today
Uh-huh.
my hair is all black.
Yeah.
So for us as Black women, we have versatility. So Meek Mills, I hope you're paying attention. This is for you because you and T.I. was out here making comments about us wearing weaves and why we wear wigs and why we do all of these things.
uh,
Listen, us as
try.
Black women, we like versatility. We
Mhm.
we like versatility with our hair. For so long, we have been told we need to assimilate. And don't get me wrong, I relax,
Mhm.
but I do it because I want movement to my hair. I
Yeah.
want my hair to be able to have versatility, to be able to do different styles with it.
Right.
And I still do my protective styling underneath the units and everything.
Mhm.
But the thing about it is, for so long, we've been told that we have to straighten our hair to fit in because this is not what we want.
Right.
And especially in this industry where it's based on what you look like, the aesthetic of what beauty should be or what beauty should look like.
Mhm.
Um, that when you said that about the hair situation, that made me think about Gabrielle Union
Mhm.
because there were reports coming out when she was hosting America's Got Talent
Mhm.
that changed her hair too much. I'm like, well, what do we as Black women do? It's our hair. We
Right.
don't like being the same. We love changing it up. One day we're gonna have short hair, the next day we're gonna have long hair. And
Right.
what's wrong now? She's embracing her natural curl pattern, and
Right.
we're starting to see a lot more people like Cardi B posted her natural hair. And I said, God, I didn't know she had all of this hair.
Yeah.
So we're starting to see a lot of female artists and actresses showcase their hiatus hair. They're saying, you know what, I'm taking the wig off today.
Mhm.
This is all mine. I'm going to embrace my natural hair,
Right.
afro and all. And
Yeah.
to see people to be able to celebrate, I'm like, what's wrong with afros? That's a part of the whole aesthetic of the Black woman.
Right.
That's Black beauty. So, I mean, back in the day in the 70s, it was liberating for women to wear afros.
Mhm.
Then, as you kind of got in the mid 80s, you start to see the curls and the
Right.
activator and everything. In the 90s, it was the what I like to call the Aaliyah look, where women would start to wear the hair over the eye. And that's when we
Right.
start to discover weaves. You can't tell this one is a weave. But um, yeah, at the end of the day, it's about versatility for us as Black women. We're not a one trick pony.
Hmm. Oh
So yeah,
yeah, and I
texturism is a thing.
yeah, they never know what they're gonna get with me. Cause I have my hair is pretty long, and this is my natural hair, and I do wear it out sometimes, but I am natural, so the heat, you know how that goes.
That's another thing. The
So,
lighting, damaging, and everything to your hair.
yeah, so I honestly I don't wear my natural hair out a lot. I do a lot like in the fall or winter when it's cooler outside. But
Yeah.
you never know. I may have cornrows. I may have braids, individual braids like this. I may have my natural hair out. I may have a install. I may have some long hair, some short hair, a bob. You never know
Mhm.
what I'm going to give you, because I'm a Black woman and we like to be versatile. We like to switch it up, and
Yeah.
nothing is wrong with that. And for any man to ever speak on the way a Black woman wears her hair, sir, have a seat, please, because
It's
we're not going to
policing.
stop.
That's what it's doing. It's policing Black women on how we should wear our hair and assimilate, which is the same thing that they've done to us in the industry. They've told us you need to straighten your hair in order to get this part. And shout outs to actress Aisha Hines. She said, you know what? I used to get the Dominican blowout and doobie wrap and all of these
Mm.
things to my hair, but you know what? I'm just gonna chop it all off.
Um,
And it's liberating. A lot of women have just cut their hair
oh, yeah.
all up, and it's
Yep.
liberating to cut your hair. Like Toni Braxton, looking at pictures of her, and I'm just like, okay, if she can do short hair, I can do short hair.
Hmm.
And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have taken that role in The Assistant too with that pixie cut. So shout outs to Alex Jonte for that, because at the time I had 22 inches of hair down my back, and I'm just like, oh my God, you want me to cut it for the role? So he said, let's do it short. Do it short. You got to do it, because I was playing a college professor.
Oh,
And the thing is, it's about versatility. People
yeah.
want to see different.
It's
They want to
hair.
see different.
Hair grows back.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll ever do a super shortcut one day. Never know. It depends on how I'm feeling.
That's it. That's it. It's how we feel. We give you different women. It's not gonna be the same. Like every Friday, I tease with the audience here. I tell them you're getting 5 different women this week. You're gonna see different hairstyles, different everything.
Yep.
So in this industry of Black women, we want to have longevity, especially if you're playing different roles.
Hmm.
It's about transformation.
Right.
It's about being able to do versatility, being able to change. Because I said this also in regards to actors. You have to be able to take on a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Not every challenge is going to be comfortable. But you've mentioned Taraji, and I can only think about what Taraji said. Taraji said, I won't take a role if it doesn't scare me. I'm not going to do something if it doesn't give me a challenge. Give me a
Hmm.
thrill.
That,
As an actor, you have to take on that challenge.
yeah. I look forward to that too. I know I'm only gonna advance in my acting craft. I know that I'll get, eventually get more roles. I'm actually gonna be starring in the series that I'm co-writing and producing right now. I have a role in it, so yeah, I'm any chance I get, I am going to work on my acting craft as well, because that is another passion for me besides the screenwriting and the talk show hosting and the producing and things like that. But yeah, I tap into anything that I can, whatever. Because there's a lot of things I like to do. Any chance I get to tap into whatever that is, I'm gonna do that.
Again, that versatility, girl, keep it up. So the last thought of the day before we wrap up this girl talk, and I'm gonna let my girl here, Simoane, take it out. What advice would you give to young Black women that are watching both of us and saying, okay, if she can do it and she can do it, I can do it, that are watching us in this interview right now, young Black girls, because
Hmm.
you have a daughter and she's following and watching your footprints. And one day she's probably gonna say, Mom, I want to do this. So
Yep.
what advice would you give to young women, young Black girls that are watching this? Because representation is so important, especially on television. you know, with black women, women of color, you know, seeing young girls look up to both of us and say, okay, if she can do it,
Mhm.
I can do it. What advice would you give to young girls that are looking to do what you do, start their own company or become an actress or a talk show?
You know, and that's one thing I'm like super big on. And I told you, me personally, I'm still looking up to the other women above me,
Yeah.
the women older than me, because I'm still considered a young black woman to them. So I'm looking up to them, but I know I have younger ones probably looking up to me. I'm
Mm-hmm.
I'm only 28, but you know, I've learned a lot since being here. I am a grown woman and I'm a mother, and I have learned a lot in since being an adult. You know, so and there's young girls that's like 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. They may be looking up to me because I do know, you know, I talked to younger people before. You know, I've interacted with a lot of younger people because I'm in the film industry. I've auditioned younger people. I've had conversations with them. You know, I've met younger people. So, you know, I would just say, don't, for one, don't let anybody tell you that you can't do something,
No.
because they don't have that type of power to even put that on you. They can't predict what's going to happen in your future. They can't predict what
Yeah.
path is already written for you. That's your path. And if it's something that you're super passionate about, I just really feel like that you should do everything you can to just go for it and to do it. Because either you're going to succeed or you're going to fail. But you're only going to fail if you allow people to get in your ear and tell you you can't do it or you're going to fail, or you just stop trying to succeed. So I'm going to say that you're going to succeed at that. You just got to
Mm.
keep pushing yourself, and you know, just try to keep people around you that's motivating you, that's telling you you can do it. Because, and I
Mm.
know sometimes it may be hard because everybody doesn't have a support system, but if you just get out here and just meet people in the same field, the same industry that you're in, you may find those people who will actually encourage you, who will help you, to give you the tools to navigate this
Yeah.
path that you're on and to reach your goals. You know, I'm stubborn. I'm a Taurus. So I'm not ever gonna let anybody tell me what I can and can't do, because I'm a bull. I'm stubborn, and I know I'm stubborn. Everybody always say you're stubborn, stubborn, stubborn. Fine, that's great, and I'm glad I'm stubborn because I have had people in the past, friends that are no longer my friends, tell me that I can't do something, or I'm not ready to do
They
something, or
don't.
you're gonna fail at
Exactly.
that. You know, I have had that happen to me, and all I do is prove them wrong, you know. And it's not even, I'm not even trying hard to prove them wrong. It's not like oh, I need to prove them wrong. Let me do this, let me do that. No, all I'm going to do is to continue to do what I was just about to do anyway. And then you'll see that I can do what you just said I couldn't. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for pushing me to continue to do what I aspire to do, because it's going to get done regardless, with or without your support. But the main thing is really just take risks, take challenges, just do
Yeah.
whatever you have to do to reach something that you are passionate about, because I'm telling you, you can. Like, seriously, some people may think that good things won't come to them, and you know, nothing good ever happens for them. It is. You just have to have faith, and you just have to keep
Mm.
pushing. You have to, if you show that you're working towards something and you really want it, and you're being patient, you're being humble, you're working hard, you're having faith, you're going to succeed. Trust me, you are. And that's
And
what
it's
I have
all
to
going to come
say.
together full circle.
Yes, yes, it is.
Yeah. Well, Fashion Dolls, we are now at the end of this girl talk. So
Oh,
let everyone know where they can follow you and they can check out your projects and your company.
yes. So definitely follow my main page at Simone Jones. It's right there. SimoaneJones. I'm gonna be working on a lot of things. So just stay tuned, stay prepared, get ready, because we got some stuff coming, okay? I'm definitely busy. I'm working. So if you support me, I will support you. You know, I'm really big on supporting people. So
Yeah,
I had a great time with you, Stevie.
I do.
I will do this anytime. I will come to
Yeah.
see you. I will come to Carolina, take a trip. I don't care. Always looking for a way to to do a trip. But
Yeah.
yeah, this was amazing, and it's so crazy how you found me. How did you even find me?
Through a recommended friend. That was one of my previous guests, and I said, "Who is she? I have to have her on my show." I said, "She's a talk show host like me,
Uh huh.
and we don't really see a whole lot of Black women in daytime." So that's kind of how I found you, through a mutual actor. Yeah,
Oh wow, that's amazing. I Listen, I love stuff like this. Like, when we start our show, we definitely want to have you on the show. You know, like, listen, I'm ready. Yes,
definitely let me know. This was an amazing conversation. I feel like I've been chatting for hours with a girlfriend that I haven't seen in years.
yes, yes,
So yeah.
ma'am.
All right, Fashion Dolls. I hope you guys enjoyed this powerful conversation. And this will be uploaded. So you guys can check it out on the YouTube channel, and it will be here on the gram. So make sure you guys go and follow my girl Simoane. Check out The Drip Entertainment. Go and support her company, support her brand, support Black owned businesses by Black women, period.
Thank
Because we
you.
are making a
Yes.
name in
All
this
right,
world.
everybody. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You too, and definitely don't be a stranger. We got to do this again in the
Oh
future.
no, you gotta send me your number.
I definitely will. Definitely will. You guys take care, and y'all have a blessed and safe weekend. And we will see you back with all new episodes of Style by Stevie. You guys take care.
Bye.
Take care.